These people will trade the equity in the property for speed and convenience.
Wow. So you were literally creating money out of thin air.
For sure, absolutely.
But never bought any real estate. You didn't buy. You didn't have to buy the real estate.
Correct. See, I was a teacher making $2K a month. So for the year, I made $24K. My first deal, I made $15K. A lot of people want to change their life, but they don't want to change, or they don't want to take the risk. Right? You can make $25K, $50K. I've made up to $60K on the deal.
Wow. $300K a month.
Yep.
Wholesaling? I think I'm in the wrong business.
You can get in real estate and really make some real paper, but most importantly, get free, build a system, and build a business. Wholesaling real estate is simply the art of finding off-market properties, deeply discounted off-market properties with equity.
Okay.
You typically want to reach out to a homeowner who's in pre-foreclosure, they're tax delinquent, bankruptcy, or maybe even someone going through a divorce, whatever the situation may be. These people will trade the equity in the property for speed and convenience. So for example, you can go to DeKalb County Tax Assessor's website right now and pull a tax delinquent list. You can skip trace that list with being verified or white pages. These are typically free to maybe $20 a month websites. You can then get their phone number and make them an offer on the property $100K below this estimate.
Oh, wow.
At that point, if you get it that low, you can definitely resell it to a buyer. You can find one on Facebook. On a Facebook group, you can type in Atlanta Cash Buyers or Shark Tank or whatever. You can then sell it to them and make the money in between.
Got you. Wow. So you were literally creating money out of thin air.
For sure. Absolutely.
So you got into real estate, but never bought any real estate. You didn't buy. You didn't have to buy the real estate.
Correct.
But you were making $100,000. Well, what's the spread look like? So you're finding properties that have at least $100,000 in equity,
for sure.
And then you're going to sell it for how much of
So
the value?
it depends on what the buyer wants to pay, of course, how much the property needs in repair. So it's a little bit more to it.
Yeah.
Full transparency, I was a teacher making $2K a month. So for the year, I made $24K. My first deal, I made $15K.
Wow.
After going to that $97 seminar, and then I paid another mentor. Here's the thing, right? A lot of people want to change their life, but they don't want to change, or they don't want to take the risk. By that, I mean, I liquidated my last $1K from my teacher retirement, paid a mentor how to teach me how to wholesaling, and I made $15K 3 months later.
Wow.
For the people counting at home, that is 3/4 of my teacher's salary.
Wow.
So I bet on myself and went from there. But to answer your question, the spreads vary on the deals, right? You can make $25K, $50K. I've made up to $60K on the deal, right? And it just depends on how much equity is in the property and the amount of repairs that the property may need.
Got you. I mean, and probably your negotiation skills too.
Absolutely,
right? Like
for sure.
How cheap you can get the property for versus its value.
Absolutely.
I love it.
And I think the strategy taught me this, going back to what you just said, how to underwrite deals and how to spot a deal. So I took that and I went into multifamily, and that's when I started to underwrite myself and know if it's a deal or not. Because let's be honest, a lot of these brokers, they're just trying to make some money. A lot of these brokers are trying to sell you a deal in free game. If it's on Crexy or LoopNet or something like that, it's probably not a deal. Because all the real players in your city, in your market, probably already saw the deal.
Yeah.
If it was a deal.
Right. So if you had to start over today,
okay,
what would business look like for you? Like, would you go the same route that you started? What would that look like?
So I'm a little bit crazy. I'm different from most people. I truly believe that. I jumped off the porch, as they would say, right?
No, you really did.
I quit my job right after I closed my first deal.
Okay.
So I made $15K. $5K went to paying bills that I skipped out on. I don't recommend that. The other $5 went to investing back in the business, and I put a little $5 back for me for mental health reasons, meaning I need to make sure I have something in my account this time.
Right.
But to go back to what you were saying, I would probably say this. I would be more aggressive, to be honest with you. I would invest more. I would call more people. But most importantly, I would put systems in place earlier on. By that, I mean, I tell everybody the same thing. My favorite restaurant is Chick-fil-A. I use this example all the time. When you go to Chick-fil-A, you pull up, right? It's the same thing. Hey, welcome back. What do you want? You want chicken nuggets or chicken strips? Give me strips. You want Polynesian or ranch? Ranch. Okay, great. Lemonade, what do you want? Give me some lemonade. Okay, great. You pay. You go to the next line, get the food and go, right?
Yeah.
With my business on the wholesaling side, it's the same exact thing. And on the multifamily side as well, right? Specifically with wholesaling, right? We reach out to the sellers who are distressed, pre-foreclosure, whatever it may be, with cold callers and AI agents. Then it comes over to my lead managers. They qualify you again to make sure you actually want to sell the property. Next, it goes over to my closers. These are guys who sold cars, gym memberships, legitimate sales guys. From there, it's going to go over to my operations manager. She's going to draw up contracts and send it over to the title company and make sure we close and get paid.
Gotcha.
Last but not least, it goes over to my dispo manager. He's going to sell the deal to an investor and make a profit on it for the company.
Gotcha.
So again, we have created a conveyor belt, so to speak, but most importantly, systems and processes to help us do $300K a month and do deals in multiple markets.
Wow.
So again, if I had to start over, I would go even harder than I'm doing right now. But most importantly, I would put systems in place so I can remove myself. So now I can spend time speaking to you in the middle of the day like I'm doing right now.
Got you. Wow. $300K a month.
Yeah.
Wholesaling?
In multiple markets. Again, we're in 3 markets and we're putting a lot of money in marketing also.
Wait a minute now. I think I'm in the wrong business.
I got you. I got you on your computer. Again, with the systems and processes in place, this is very, very attainable.
So you're doing 300. So what does that look like? Let's just say, walk me through
For sure.
somebody coming into real estate and then growing into a $3 million empire. What does that look like? I know you said processes, but if I'm wholesaling on day one, what am I doing when I'm sitting down to actually find these deals?
Okay, so number one, you are pulling a list from the county website, as I said before, but you're banging out the phone, calling as many people as possible and asking them, do they want to sell the property below market value?
Yeah.
That's how you start off. Then you make some money and close a couple deals. Now you have to reinvest in yourself. Number one, pay a mentor to get you to the next level. For example, I pay, and here's a trajectory, guys, and I'm just being very transparent, right? I'm a firm believer in betting on yourself and investing on yourself. Because here's the thing. If you give that job or that employer permission to feed you, you will give them permission to starve you as well. By that, I mean, they can let you go at any point in time. So why not get in wholesaling real estate or something that's going to bring you money to put some money to the side just in case something goes left? Again, if you give them permission to feed you, you give them permission to starve you as well. So my point is this, right? Once you start closing deals, you need to reinvest. I paid $97 to go to that first seminar just to open my eyes to real estate, right? I paid the next guy $997 from my teacher retirement fund.
So you cashed out your retirement?
I cashed out retirement to pay this guy, right? He taught me how to do wholesale deals. I made $15K. I paid my next mentor in Dallas, Texas, $5K. And that's not including flight and hotel.
Right.
And I flew to Dallas, Texas. This guy said, hey, in order for you to get to the next level, you have to evolve from me to we and build a legitimate company and bring people in where their vision can fit inside of your vision. So from there, from 5K, that's when I started making millions of dollars wholesaling real estate.
Right.
Because he was like, you can't take all the calls. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You need to hire sales guys and give them a commission. And then you need to pay your people as well along the way.
That's
but most importantly, you need to hire a A1 operations person. Because it goes from not how, but who. Who do you need to hire to make sure your business runs the right way? So for now, I have an operations manager, pretty much the CEO of the company, who understands everything, and I have sales guys who I don't have to micromanage, and we just go from there.
Yeah.
Put the money in marketing, and it goes through the conveyor belt over and over.
You said something that is so profound. The CEO of your company.
Absolutely.
So you own the company.
Absolutely.
And you hire the CEO.
Yeah. Think about it this way.
Talk to me about
think
the
about
mindset.
it this way, right? And I thought about something, right? When you go to Chick-fil-A, more than likely the owner is not in there making fries and putting salt on fries. Absolutely or if you go to Publix, the owner of Publix, they're not in there bagging groceries.
Right.
They're somewhere on the island, or they're probably in the boardroom looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
How many vegetables did we sell today? What can we do to close this store and open up another store in this area? Because we've done the market research, and we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. We understand. And here's some game as well. If you're looking to get into wholesaling, here's our rule of thumb. Right. What I want you to do right now, whatever market you're looking to get in. For example, DFW is one of my top markets. I type a market in, the median home value on Zillow in that market, and our goal as a company is to hit 10% of that. So now I know I reverse engineer. Memphis probably may not work for me because.
So what do you mean by that? So like you type the market in and you see what?
I see the median home value.
Okay.
So if I know the median sales price of homes in this area is $350,
right?
My goal is to go over there and make 10% of that as a company on each deal.
Gotcha.
So when I'm saying I'm making $300K a month, that's only 10 deals a month.
Now you know how many deals you need.
So that's about 3 per market. You see what I'm saying? But in a market like Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm not saying you can't do deals there. The value is a little bit lower. It's lower. So why would I go there and put a lot of money in marketing if it doesn't make sense numbers wise?
Gotcha.
So that's why you notice I'm in Raleigh, Durham. Yeah. $350 I hire. Right. Metro Atlanta, you already know. And then DFW is a great market as well.
Yeah.
So we're very, very strategic, but most importantly, we reverse engineer, and we know the hedge funds are over there.
Yeah.
The people on LinkedIn, and we know the A1 buyers are over there. And these are desirable markets as well.
Right.
So think about it, right? I go in markets where they have at least an NFL, NBA, or some type of professional sports team.
Okay.
Because if a $1 billion company is coming to this market, who am I not to invest there and do some deals and get some money also?
There you go.
So that's my thought process.
Yeah, I love it. Wow. So that is very impressive, right? Very impressive, I'll say, especially only being in business for 7 years. Growing a multi-million-dollar portfolio, growing a multi-million-dollar company. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Did you come from a family that was entrepreneurs, real estate investors? Like, what was your upbringing? You know, is this something that you just woke up one day and said, I'm going to do real estate? You know, what inspired you to become an entrepreneur and start investing?
I would say for me, in a lot of things most people go through, right? I think the trauma growing up, if I'm being transparent, like money was always an issue in the household. Not that we were broke on Section 8 and we weren't rich, but money was always an issue to the point where my mom was like, okay, we can't do this because it costs too much, right? We can't go here because it costs too much. I got tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
So I made a promise to myself, if I ever get the opportunity, I'm going to make a lot of money so I can enjoy life, right? I call it FU money, right? I call it FU money because you can do whatever the F you want to do, right? You can eat wherever the F you want to eat at.
Right.
Put your kids in whatever freaking school district you want to put them in also, right? You can drive whatever the F you want to drive. And last but not least, you can really live the life that's going to fulfill you, right?
Yeah.
So back to what you were saying, not necessarily a terrible upbringing. My mom did a great job. I was the first college graduate in my family. My brother has a degree. My sister's in Charlotte. She's about to graduate soon. She did an amazing job, but I noticed the common denominator was lack of money. So when you have lack of money, you're thinking scarcity, right? And so for me, anybody in my community or watching this, I want you to get out of survival mode.
Yeah.
Survival mode, if you haven't made 100K or you don't have 100K, anything above that, I truly believe you're out of survival mode.
Okay.
Because you could take 25K, pay off bad debt, reinvest another 25, put 50 to the side, or invest in multifamily, like you said earlier,
and cash
and
flow.
go from there.
Yeah.
So I think for me, very, very good upbringing to say the least, but I think I was always different. I remember when I would get in trouble, my mom would make me read Black Enterprise magazine. So when you told me about your magazine, that's what caught my attention, and it really kind of hit home for me because
I love that.
She was like, you could be so great, but you got to stop getting in trouble.
Wow.
I didn't get in trouble for necessarily being bad. I got in trouble for talking back, or I got bored in school because I truly didn't feel like YX plus B would make me money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they should have been teaching me finance, credit, things that we talk about on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So for me, I remember my mom having me read Black Wealth magazine, not Black Wealth, but Black Enterprise, Black Enterprise, and I had to do a 1-page essay on it.
Wow.
And I would have to submit that to my mom, but I started seeing Black people making good money,
right?
Doctors and lawyers. I'm like, man, there's so much more out here.
Exposure is everything. So, yeah. Exposure is everything. Wow, I love that. I love that. Well, given that, do you have children?
Not at all. Not right now.
Not yet.
I'm married to the business.
Married to the game. I hear you.
But that's probably why, because I work so much.
Got you. So you don't have children. No. What does legacy look like for you in this next phase of your journey?
Great question. I think legacy. So number one, Robinson Capital Group, our motto is adding value to communities one building at a time. So that's part of our legacy right there. Number two, putting my family in a position where money won't be an issue. They can take the baton, if you will, and start and keep running with it. But most importantly, leave things better than how I found it. Meaning, not necessarily from a financial standpoint, but I want to educate my kids on money where they're comfortable with money.
Yeah.
Meaning they understand money, they understand investing. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not so attached to it the way our upbringing was. Well, I know mine specifically was. Right. You know what I mean? Like money controlled things instead of you being in control of the money and understanding that it's just a tool to possibly make you more money. Absolutely. So I would definitely say that. And last but not least, make an impact in the community, show Black and brown kids that, hey, you don't have to be a rapper to make money, sell drugs, or be an entertainer. You can get in real estate and really, really make some real paper, but most importantly, get free, build a system, and build a business. At some point, you got to bet on yourself, right? Everyone has a gift. You just need to figure out what that gift is and figure out a way how you can monetize it and make money. I believe everyone should have some type of high income producing skill. Wholesaling, selling a course, or trading stock, whatever it is that you can do in your spare time, you got to sacrifice, man.
Yep.
Right? My life changed when I stopped going to brunch. Right? When I stopped going to every event, listening to the radio, I knew about every event. When I cut all the fun off and locked in on being a better version of me, looking in the mirror and holding myself accountable, that's when I really, really started making money. But to answer your question, what we have coming up, we do have our 5-day live mentorship. You can go to www.multifamilywealthclass.com. That's www.multifamilywealthclass.com. See you guys on the other side. It's going to be 5 days of live mentorship. Day 1, we're going to talk about wholesaling real estate, how you can find these deals. Like I told you, make money. Day 2, I'm going to show you how to implement the AI agents so they can do the follow-up and the calls for you. Because I know somebody's watching this right now like, Keith, I like what you're talking about, bro. I have a job. I have kids. My son is playing football. I can't call all these people. I have the solution for you. Number 3, I'm going to show you my secret sauce on how to make money on foreclosed homes as well.
Okay.
Basically, what happens is if someone loses their property at the foreclosure auction, you can call them and help them recover the money. Meaning you can still make another 25, 30K on the back end, even if they lost the property to a foreclosure auction.
Oh, wow.
And again, this information is on your county website as well.
Yeah.
It's called Excess Funds. I'm going to show you that sauce as well. Number 4, I'm going to bring in one of my mentors, one of the people in my network to show you guys how to get business funding. Because the game plan is this. Get liquid, make as much money as possible, pay off bad debt, fix credit. Let's go use the bank's money.
Yep.
And from there, you know what's coming next, right? It's time to invest in multifamily and get wealthy. Start off with you a small multifamily asset. I'm going to bring in a doctor, aka a lender, possibly, to show you guys how to refinance, take out some potentially tax-free money, rinse and repeat, run the play over and over and over, and now you are wealthy.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. So we're looking to make an impact, guys. If you want to be a part of it, catch me at www.multifamilywealthclass.com and on Instagram or any social media at wealth__forever.